Money talks, but are we all speaking the same language when it comes to financial responsibility? We're all guilty of a splurge here and there, but when it comes to cash, some of us are playing a risky game. Credit card debt? Through the roof. And get this, 2 in 5 people are so embarrassed by their debt as a fart in an elevator, they'd rather talk about their exes. Even folks hauling in big dough are just one bad day away from penny pinching. So, what's the big question? Can everyone get their act together and be money smart? Or is it just a bunch of wishful thinking? Because believe it or not, we're chucking out a cool $188K on stuff that's just extra. And those retirement dreams? For some, they're looking more like a fantasy. It's time to ask, can we all handle our finances? Or are we just kidding ourselves? Imagine if everyone knew how to handle money wisely. You might wonder, who would buy all the fun stuff? The truth is, being smart with money means more than just saving every penny. Sure, you might skip the fancy dinners and shiny gadgets, but does that mean you're hogging all the financial responsibility? It's a big puzzle of spending and saving, with everyone playing a piece. Think about it. When you buy things, you're actually giving someone else a job. That's pretty cool, right? But then, if you're too careful with your money, are you taking away that opportunity from someone else? It's a bit of a head scratcher. Take a look around, and you'll see that many folks are struggling with money. It's not just in one place, it's everywhere. The pandemic came and poof, savings vanished, and debts piled up like a Jenga tower. Some of it is careless spending, sure, but a good chunk is just people trying to keep up with life's demands on an empty wallet. So, what does it mean to be financially responsible? Well, experts say you should have some money tucked away for emergencies. Retirement savings? Yep, those are crucial too. And oh, by 30 they say you should have a house and a car paid off. Sounds like a dream for many, right? But here's the catch. Being responsible costs a pretty penny. You need a stash of gold just to start being good with money. That's not easy for a lot of folks. It's not just about being thrifty. It's about having enough to even start saving. Sometimes, it's tempting to think people in financial trouble just made bad choices. But reality isn't that simple. Even the most careful budgeters can struggle to make ends meet. During the pandemic, folks were squirreling away cash like never before. Thanks to government help and fewer chances to spend, saving became a new hobby. A survey in 2021 found that almost half of Americans were stashing money for rainy days, while others eyed retirement or dreamed of owning a home. Sounds like a smart plan. But fast forward to 2023, and things took a sharp turn. A report revealed that most of those savings had vanished into thin air. Only the lucky top 20% still had some extra dough. It's a bummer, really. Now, faced with this harsh reality, many are losing faith in slow and steady financial plans. Who can blame them? When it feels like you're treading water, the allure of get-rich-quick schemes starts to shine. Lotteries, risky investments, you name it. Anything promising a shortcut to financial heaven suddenly looks tempting. Sure, these quick fixes often end in disappointment. But when you feel like the slow road leads nowhere, why not take a shot at something flashy? It's a gamble, but for some, it beats feeling stuck in financial limbo. It's a tough spot to be in. On one hand, you've got these sensible goals, saving for emergencies, retirement, or a home. They're like beacons of financial responsibility. But then reality hits, and those dreams slip away faster than a melting ice cream cone on a hot day. People gave financial responsibility their best shot during what seemed like the golden years for saving money. But just as quickly as they saved, it all vanished into thin air. Being poor isn't just tough, it's costly too. Take poorer areas, for example. They often miss out on big stores, leaving residents with two not-so-great options. Either spend hours driving to stock up on essentials, or pay a hefty markup at local convenience stores. It's a lose-lose situation that keeps the cycle of poverty spinning. But what about those who could do better? There are folks out there who barely have enough to cover the basics, let alone splurge on things that scream financial responsibility. Then there are those who could afford to make smart choices, but opt for the occasional dumb decision. It's like having a winning lottery ticket, but using it to play tic-tac-toe instead. Now, here's a twist. Why wouldn't you want everyone to be financially responsible? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, not quite. Imagine if everyone flooded the stock market with their savings. Prices would skyrocket faster than a SpaceX rocket. Great news if you're already swimming in stocks, not so great if you're still building your investment empire. You see, as a savvy investor, you actually prefer lower prices. Why? Because expensive stocks don't magically make companies perform better. It's like paying top dollar for a plain burger. It's still just a burger, no matter the price tag. So, if you're in it for the long haul, you'd rather keep prices grounded. Warren Buffett is a household name in the world of investing, known for his knack for spotting undervalued gems. When he makes a move, the market takes notice. But here's the twist. Buffett isn't always thrilled about the attention. When he announces a new buy, the market goes wild, driving up prices. That's great for his current holdings, but not so great if he plans to buy more in the future. Now, imagine if everyone hopped on the financial responsibility train. Sounds like a win-win, right? Well, not quite. If everyone's eyeing the same stocks or dreaming of retirement beach houses, prices will shoot up faster than you can say bull market. Think about it. The more folks saving and investing, the more competition for those coveted assets. It's basic supply and demand. And who benefits most from this frenzy? Yup, the folks who were already swimming in assets to begin with. So, while becoming financially responsible is a noble goal, it's also a double-edged sword. Sure, you're building your nest egg, but so is everyone else. And when it's time to cash in, you might find yourself paying a premium for what used to be a bargain. In a world where everyone's playing the financial responsibility game, the rules change. What was once a smart move, like saving diligently for a home, becomes a tougher hill to climb. Vacations, fancy dinners, and shiny cars start looking like distant dreams as you navigate a market that's heating up faster than a summer barbecue. Investments are like planting seeds. Stocks and real estate, they're like different types of seeds you can plant in your garden. Now, imagine if everyone suddenly decided that their old iPhone from 2 years ago was good enough. They'd think, why bother upgrading? This could actually hurt companies like Apple and you, if you're a shareholder. You might be tempted to think, well, if everyone else is making these dumb financial decisions, maybe that's good for me. I'll stand out. But hold on. There are 4 big reasons why it's actually better if people are more financially responsible. First off, it's good for everyone. Think about it. We don't want a future where we own nothing and somehow have to be happy about it, right? But that's where things could head if people don't manage their money wisely. Look at all these subscription services popping up everywhere. You pay a monthly fee for entertainment, apps, cars, food, basically everything under the sun. Why? Because saving up for a big purchase seems too hard or too far off for many people. Companies are smart. They've turned this into a steady stream of income by making us pay every month. But guess what? It's not a great deal when you look at it closely, especially when you consider the time and value of your money. Now let's talk about competition. Yes, when others aren't managing their money well, it might seem easier for you to get ahead. But think long term. If everyone around you is financially savvy, it creates a better environment for everyone. Businesses thrive, the economy hums along smoothly, and people have more stability in their lives. The Subscription Economy Index report reveals a staggering growth of 435% in the subscription services market over the last decade. And guess what? It's not slowing down. Experts predict it'll hit a whopping $1.5 trillion by 2025, according to Forrester, a top-notch market research and consulting firm. So, why this craze for subscriptions? Well, it's pretty simple. People just don't have stacks of cash lying around to splurge on everything up front anymore. Subscription services swoop in as the hero, offering a way to try products without the hefty one-time payment. Plus, they keep companies on their toes, constantly updating and improving to keep us hooked. Now, don't get me wrong. Subscriptions aren't inherently evil. They can be super handy. But here's where it gets tricky. When subscriptions become the only option, that's when it's not so great. Imagine wanting to buy a car. Seems straightforward, right? Wrong. Dealerships often make more moolah from leasing than selling outright. They've fine-tuned their game to nudge you toward those monthly payment plans. And hey, they're not alone. Many businesses have hopped onto the subscription bandwagon, phasing out upfront sales altogether. It's a bit like a domino effect. Enough folks jump on the subscription train, and suddenly, it's hard to find options that don't come with a monthly bill. And while subscriptions have their perks, like spreading costs and keeping things fresh, having limited choices isn't the best scenario for everyone. The second reason you should root for everyone to be financially savvy ties into a potential nightmare scenario. Imagine owning everything but feeling utterly miserable. Poor financial planning often goes hand in hand with overconsumption. Take a look at the stats from the EPA. The average American uses more stuff every day than their own body weight. It's a cycle of reckless spending, fueling a culture of big everything. Cars, houses, meals, you name it. Sure, it gives a temporary thrill, but it comes with a hefty price tag, both financially and environmentally. Speaking of the environment, even if you're not a nature enthusiast, there's a silver lining. When people buy less and spend more mindfully, it means there's more of everything to go around for everyone. Plus, it reduces the collective burden of environmental taxes, making it easier for us all to be financially responsible. Now, on to the third reason. Some businesses thrive on people splurging without a second thought. Think fast fashion, consumer lenders, automakers, and the like. But others, like grocery stores, healthcare providers, and repair services, aren't as affected. In fact, they might do even better when people have more money to invest in long-term quality purchases like homes, solar panels, or durable clothing. Saving money doesn't mean hoarding. It means making smarter choices that benefit everyone in the long run. And here's reason number 4. If we stop pouring cash into useless stuff, we won't need to work as hard just to keep up with our spending habits. Today, Americans work fewer hours than a century ago, yet we're still struggling to find that work-life balance sweet spot. Imagine a world where we work smarter, not harder, and have more time for things that truly matter. So, the bottom line? Financial responsibility isn't just about personal gain. It's about building a better future for all of us, financially, environmentally, and overall well-being. So, can everyone be financially responsible? Share your insights in the comments below, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button for more eye-opening content.